This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFLTV. Delighted to be joined by.
So delighted. Do you know that the first message, right? I just think like you have absolutely no regard for me whatsoever, like my well-being. It is literally like I am just a piece of meat that just delivers views for your platform. Cole, right, messaged me at about 5:30 a.m. this morning, right?
Your time.
Finished the sh- finished the show last night. I don't know what time I got back to the hotel. 1 o'clock. I had a flight. I had to leave the hotel at 5:15 a.m. Right? Can never sleep after a show. Wake up on the way to the airport. Cole messages me, mate. Your work ethic, it's really going down the pan. Uh, any chance of a Zoom? Right? Ignore. Then you phone me at 7:30 a.m. my
I
time,
was at
going,
Wembley
mate,
still.
mate, what's going on, mate? Like I owe you something. You know what I mean? Like rather than Eddie, like I appreciate you must be really tired. I don't know if you've got an early flight or anything, but it would be great to catch up today. He's like, mate, what's going on, mate? Like, because I need to know because I've got plans today. I'm like,
Can I say one
unbelievable.
thing? Can I say one thing?
What?
I was talking to Steve Bunce about this today, yeah. Generally was, right? No, yesterday. We were going to interview Lennox Lewis, yeah. And I like Steve Bunce. And we're talking. And do you know what? I said to him, do you know what, Steve? Like, I get a lot of stick, right? Like the whole Eddie, oh, Cougar Eddie, blah, blah, blah. But I said to him, do you know why Eddie entertains me? And he's like, go on. And I said, I'll tell you exactly why. So it's a message for you as well. Since 2010, IFL has covered every UK matchroom show in 15 years. Somebody's been there, right? That's why you give me the fucking time of day, prick.
Well, obviously, that's what you have to do.
No, no, Eddie,
What,
15
what,
years. Like, imagine
what,
you 15 years ago when he was trying to make
but
the.
do you think that gives you the right to phone me up and go,
Absolutely,
mate,
yes.
mate, what's going on, mate? It's 7:30 in the morning on a Sunday, and you haven't given us an interview yet. I'm like, right, mate, we need to ask you about Dubois Usyk. I go, it's got nothing to do with me. Why have you got to interview me about Dubois Usyk? And then I say something stupid, right? And then you come out of the headline, Hearn slams Dubois or slam, I don't know, beef with Don Chop. Like you just make something up,
Right,
and then all of a sudden
all right.
it'll all kick off.
I'll give
So
you an equivalent, yeah. Do you know when you're not some of your mediocre shows, yeah, when you big up that 4 and 6 rounder going, see this is fight of the night. That's what we do. So stop talking bollocks.
honestly, I
You
could
don't owe
like
me nothing, Hearn. You
no,
owe me
but do you know
nothing.
what? I actually don't normally mind, but your voice note today was like, mate, I need to know what's happening because I've got plans today. I'm like, I actually can't believe the audacity.
No, no. Can I just actually just tell you, my daughter.
It's like, I mean, I
Hold
don't know,
on,
like
hold on. No, I didn't have plans. I just had to like work around my daughter. That was it. So you can't say nothing to that now.
it's the
You've got
tone.
two of
It's the
your
tone.
own to shush.
It's the
Just be
tone.
quiet. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm a bit tired. Been on the road actually for quite a couple of weeks now because we had the ring card. Well, actually, we had three cards on the spin. Manchester with Catterall Eubank, and then Katie Taylor in New York, Shakur Stevenson a ring card in New York, and then last night in Texas. So yeah, got a little bit of time now between shows. Saudi coming up August 16th. Looks like we're in Australia August 23rd as well. And then we're about to announce our new slate this coming week, which will be a lot of fun.
Somebody told me your Newcastle show may have moved dates. Is that accurate?
Yes, it will be a couple of weeks later than anticipated, but it will be announced shortly.
Okay. Do you know what I noticed about this week?
You also said 5 minutes, mate. That's all I need. How
Uh,
long have we done?
no, do you know what? Fuck
How
you.
long have we done?
You're here now. You're
How
staying.
long have we done?
Bob, you're staying. Right?
How long have we done? Go on.
I get one of them like varsity jackets you keep rocking on your
Still cool, isn't
Instagram.
it?
Yeah.
I like the comments like he is 46. It's like relax, mate.
Do you know what I noticed this week? Yeah. and this ain't a dig on like Queensbury, Usyk's team or anything, yeah.
Mm.
But these fight weeks, they kind of fucking miss you. I swear,
Do
they
they?
they
That's
do
nice.
miss you. They do miss
Thank you.
you because
That's nice.
there is a compliment there somewhere, but they do.
Listen, I obviously there's no beef with us and Queensbury. I was very pleased for him. I thought it looked like a great show. Um, really impressive. Very well done to Queensbury. Very well done to DAZN. Really good.
Did you think though, generally, I spoke to Frank about it during the build-up of this fight, but did you think Usyk-Dubois, when it was first announced at Wembley, would do like over 90K? It's mental.
No, no, not at all. I mean, I've got to be honest. I mean, I think probably at that point you miss not understand, but you probably God, I'm so tired, I don't even know the word. But basically, Usyk's a big star. I think sometimes you forget how big a star Usyk is.
Yeah,
And obviously, Dubois knocked out AJ as well
yeah,
at Wembley. So, but I do feel like a lot of that was to go and I wasn't there, so I couldn't hear the noise, but the weigh-in seemed to be very pro Usyk. Do you know what I mean? And it was like you are talking about, and he cemented that last night. You're talking about arguably one of the greatest fighters of all time. That's how good he is. So yeah, I was surprised it did that many, but like I was speaking to George throughout, and he was kind of telling me where they were up to, and it was it went really well.
yeah. Brilliant event. Obviously Alexander Usyk. I mean, look, the last six fights, double wins over the best three heavyweights in this
Yeah,
country: Bois, Fury, and AJ. Obviously, can anyone beat him, Ed? Be honest.
look, it's the heavyweight division, so sometimes something crazy can happen. But I just think I said this last night to the US media. I was like, they said, "Do you think he's one of the greatest of all time?" And I said, I don't know if there's a heavyweight of any generation that I would necessarily tell you would guarantee beat him. And I'm talking about the great over the. So let's start with, I don't know, Lennox.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Tyson, Holmes, Foreman, right? Muhammad Ali, right? Would you
Mad,
be 100%?
the
This
mad
is how great.
statement you're
This
making,
is
by the
how
way.
great. I mean, this is mad because I don't even promote Usyk anymore. So I'm doing all this for free. That's how much I admire him, right? Would you be convinced that Muhammad Ali would beat Alexander Usyk?
No,
I know.
that's
That's what I'm
mad.
saying.
It's mad, but
That is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. And that when I said that last night to the US media, everyone was like, I said, tell me a heavyweight, a generational great that would 100% beat Alexander Usyk.
yeah.
No. Like, would Usyk beat Mike Tyson? Yeah, I think so. I think that would actually be a good style for him, like in his heyday. Don't get me wrong, dangerous. Would he beat Foreman? Would he beat Holmes?
You don't
Would
know.
he beat Lennox? Would he beat Bowe? Would he beat Evander Holyfield? Would he beat Archie Moore? Would it like the answer it may well be yes. So I feel like we have to put him down as one of the greatest of all time. I really do. Like to go at cruiserweight and to beat the champions in their backyard to become undisputed. You know,
Three times.
Bellew.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who else was it? Bradis, Gassiev, uh, Chico, or whoever it was.
With a
And
spoon.
sorry,
With a spoon.
don't forget Chaz Witherspoon in
Yeah.
Chicago. That was my show.
I was there.
And then Chisora, that was my show as well. Bellew, that was my show as well. I think we promoted Usyk for 4 fights, no, 3 fights. And yeah, I don't want to take all the credit for his career. As a joke before people lose their shit. Unbelievable. Beat AJ twice, beat Fury twice, beat Dubois twice. Like I don't know what else he's going to do. I mean, it's you can't just say he should retire because he's in great form.
Mm.
So, but he's 38, 39. So yeah.
You mentioned that show, I think Boston,
No, Chicago.
Chicago, sorry. It was meant to be Spong. It wasn't Spong,
failed a drugs test.
correct. It was Chaz
Do you
Witherspoon.
know what I've done as well? I'm going to tell you a little story now, right? And it was a little bit of naivety, but it was also a lot of honour and integrity. And he will remember this, Usyk. So we were doing Usyk against Tyrone Spong, who at the time was about 12 or 13 with the WBO. I think he was undefeated, heavyweight. And Usyk, this was after the Bellew fight. Usyk was on a lot of money, right? A lot of money. Taking a picture, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just for the gram.
And all of a sudden, a lot of people were quite interested in that fight because Spong was a lively contender. He fails a drugs test. He's out. This was like 7 days before the fight. And Usyk's on a lot of money because he's fighting a top 15 contender who was undefeated. In comes Chaz Witherspoon, right? That's the best we could find. He weren't bad, to be fair. Like, he wasn't as good as Spong. He wasn't world rated. And all of a sudden, the license fee gets cut. You know, the money, tickets don't sell as well in the last week, blah, blah, blah. They were like, are we still going to get the same money? This is Team Usyk. Now, just to let you know, normally in that situation, if a license fee gets cut or if ticket sales, you know, there's refunds, it's very difficult to give the fighter the same amount of money. And I said, yeah, of course I'm going to pay you the same amount of money. And they were like, what, to fight Chaz Witherspoon? And I was like, yeah. And that was it. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I just, you know, I mean, and then you learn that 99% of promoters would go to the fighter and go, listen, we've either got to cancel the show or you've got to take less money to fight Chaz Witherspoon. But I didn't do it. Might do it now. And that's my story, really.
Where did it break down?
Never broke down.
No, but you was promoting him obviously at some point.
No, we had do you know what it was? We had a 3-fight deal.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happened. We had a 3-fight deal. And when he beat Chisora, when he moved up from cruiserweight, he was mandatory for AJ, right? He fought Chisora, and that was the last fight. So the 4th fight was actually Anthony Joshua, and so was the 5th fight. And I said to Alex Krasuk and the team, look, we'll just negotiate the fight. I'm not going to re-sign him or be involved because I had AJ. That's exactly what happened. And I can't be representing Usyk and, you know, all that kind of stuff. We had a good relationship. Me and Alex Krasuk did the deal in the George Cinq Hotel in Paris on a napkin. I sat down with him and we did a 3-fight deal with Alexander Usyk. Tony Bellew, the heavyweight fight, then Chisora. And then we negotiated the fight for AJ twice. Good guys, very good guys, nice people, and just a tremendous fighter.
Do you think, yeah, I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but do you think that over the years you spent too much time with the focus on Joshua where you could have worked with other heavyweights? I'm talking about Tyson.
I mean,
I'm talking
yeah,
about
all of them, loads of them. Yeah.
you
I mean,
focus
but
too
that's a
much on
personal
Joshua.
decision. That's a personal decision. I never felt when we did the Usyk fight, I never felt like I could have gone to Usyk and gone, listen, even though he was mandatory, I could have pushed AJ to try and vacate. He never wanted to do it. He just wanted to fight. He wanted to become undisputed, so he had to fight his mandatory. But you have to remember, AJ chose really to fight Usyk twice. He didn't have to do it.
Hmm.
So I could have gone, if I was slippery, I could have gone to Team Usyk and gone, listen, the only way I'm going to give you the AJ fight is if you re-sign with me.
Yeah.
But I can't. The answer to your question is yes. Because of my relationship with AJ, I felt very uncomfortable about representing other heavyweights that might fight him, and particularly who do fight him. And when I had the chance to sign Tyson Fury, there was 2 things. One, he was physically in a place that I didn't think he'd get back to the top, and what he did was incredible. But also in the back of the mind, I'm thinking, this really isn't going to go down very well.
With who?
Like, I just think with AJ, like AJ would never say to me, "Oh, don't sign him," but I just feel like that's my guy, right?
But it's a business.
And it doesn't. Yeah, but you say that it doesn't mean that you can't act with heart or integrity or like. I would feel very uncomfortable if I signed Tyson Fury and then we made that fight. I don't want to go into a fight I don't want to go into Fury AJ representing both people.
No, I get that. That's
I don't like it.
you know,
I
I
hate
get that.
representing both people in a fight. But it's only really they're the only two. I mean, it weren't like they were big names,
Hold on,
Usyk
hold on. I'll give
and,
you
and
another
Fury. You know,
example of somebody's career that you work with someone, you probably could have done different things. I know it's Dillian White. Like you had,
no,
you worked with Dillian
no.
White on several fights, but Dillian White always knew that you had AJ as your number
Yeah,
one.
but he had a chip on his shoulder about that, which is fine. But we still did good business together.
Yeah.
Like, but we also Dillian White didn't really want to do a long term deal. He was quite happy doing fight by fight,
Would you have
right?
done a long-term deal with him?
Yes, let me finish. But
Okay.
you see, what happened with Dillian White is we did a fight by fight deal, and we delivered for him. We had a great relationship both ways. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and we delivered 1,000,000%. We done an unbelievable job for Dillian White, and they always said, "No, we're with you. We don't, you know." And I never pushed them to sign a contract, but we just every fight, I just presumed they're with us.
Mm.
Yeah. Then when we did Dillian White against Tyson Fury, old silly me goes up and bids for it. I can't even remember the number. It was mad money. Was it 20 odd, 25 million? I can't remember. And there's only one other bidder, Queensbury. If I don't turn up to that bid, they just put in another envelope, and Dillian gets like 200 grand to fight Tyson Fury. He got like, what was it, 5 million, 6 million? I don't know.
Mm.
But of course, then all of a sudden we lost the bid and we're not involved anymore. And that's when you just understand who you're dealing with. But what, like you said, it's business. So I don't take it personal. But on one hand, it's like, we're your guy, we're together, we're together. Oh, thanks for lumping up that massive purse bid. That got me an absolute fortune. But obviously you're not involved in this. And, you know, thanks for the past and all that sort of thing. But then when that happens to me, it's never, fuck you, I can't believe you've done that. It's like, okay, I know out where we stand, and that's it.
Mm.
And as you know, after that, we still did business. He came back, he fought Jermaine Franklin. We got in the AJ fight. He failed the drugs test. He was out of the fight. And I'd still work with Dillian White, no problem. But you just over time, you understand where you sit with people. Some people have no interest in loyalty or having a relationship with a promoter that you're going to work together and you're going to take on the world. That's what I want. If we don't have that, it's not a problem. We're still going to work. I'm still going to do a great job for you. But
Uh,
once something like that happens, you just go, all right, fair play. Like,
let me ask you a really awkward question, right?
mm,
So tomorrow you get a call from Chris Eubank. Eddie, will
yeah,
you sign me? Right?
yeah.
Got obviously loyalty, etc., towards Conor Ben from
Mm.
pro debut, stuck with him through all his problems, etc. What do you say to Chris Eubank then?
If he's fighting Conor Ben,
No, but just yeah, well,
no.
obviously,
If he wasn't fighting Conor Ben,
yeah,
I would definitely talk to Chris Eubank.
okay.
Definitely.
So that's
But
the
that's
only
but that
reason why you wouldn't entertain it is because there's a
yeah. If he could, I
fight.
mean, obviously, I mean, this is the likelihood of him coming to me now, although they are in a terrible mess.
He fucking
But
hates you.
yeah, but they're still in a terrible mess. I mean, they need me bad, if I'm honest. But
We'll
anyway, that's
talk
another
about that in
story.
a
If
second.
he came to me now and said, listen, sorry for absolutely mugging you off, calling you a scumbag, not letting you speak, basically trying to belittle you at every opportunity. I mean, I would say if the Conor Ben fight was off and he was fighting up at super middleweight or middleweight, I would still say, let's talk, honestly. But I would also know, you know, like, it'd be very difficult for me to fall in with my heart on my sleeve and, you know, unless I got that back from them. If they came to me now, I couldn't, and they was fighting Conor, never,
Mm.
never. Because one, I would never do that to Conor, and two, I want to be in the fight. I don't want to be going, oh, good shot, Chris, good shot, Conor. Ooh, may the best man win. Ooh, I know. I want to go in there and go, smash him up, lick him up, Rastafari.
Yes. Right, we're going to talk about Ben Eubank in a second. For Daniel Dubois, though, like obviously we've got the reactions from everyone today. Dave Allen has been strong in his comments, so has Chisora, about kind of where Dubois is now and what he's got to potentially do.
Everybody's got an opinion, haven't they? Look, it's just like AJ. AJ was flying, smashed up Otto Wilding in 4 rounds, knocked Ngannou's spark out after he, you know, arguably beat Fury. Gets chinned by Dubois. AJ's finished. Oh my God, what was he doing? He's gone. He should retire. He's shot. He's this, he's that. It's just a load of bollocks. You get beat on the night in the heavyweight division by a very good fighter, and that's what it was. What Alexander Usyk did was actually exactly what AJ needed to do, which was just to chin check Dubois and make him second guess himself, drain his confidence, and he did it very, very quickly. Dubois came out very strong, very fast. Look, Usyk, you could tell Usyk's not a mug. He knows Dubois is dangerous. And all of a sudden, as early as even the last minute of the first round, but particularly the second round, third round, he goes, I'm not letting this geezer back me up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit him with a stiff jab and I'm going to come out aggressive. I'm going to be up, down, the rhythm's going to change. I'm going to use my feet and I'm going to drain him. And he battered him. And Dubois, you know, I've seen a lot of stuff today saying Dubois quit and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, I think he perhaps could have got up, right? And he did walk to his corner straight away after. But it was a huge left hand. I mean, like, but one thing I'll say is this, and I know people don't like me saying it. Go back to when AJ boxed Daniel Dubois. How many times was AJ gone on the floor, right? Couldn't get up. Forget like sitting on your knee and looking at the ref going 5, 6, as in all over the gaff, right?
Mm.
How many times did he get up? 4,
3,
5,
yeah,
four,
well,
four times? I don't know. I mean, gone. So, you know, but again, like,
why did you call the fight, and it's only a quote from the stomping ground, why did you call it a mismatch?
no, I said he made it look like a mismatch. It was never a mismatch.
Well, them clickbait fuckers at stomping ground.
No. If you listen to all my comments
I know that. I
pre-fight,
just read the
I
comment.
say I think Dubois has got a really good chance,
Yeah.
but you'd always back Usyk. And I thought Usyk late stoppage. What I said was he made it a mismatch because of how good he is. And that's look, Daniel Dubois is a top 5 heavyweight in the world, no doubt. Right now, he made him look bang average, didn't he? He battered him, and that's how good he is. Because then you start looking at the second fight with AJ, 115, 113, the fight with Fury. You realise how well they did in the fight.
Just going back to the quote I was just on about, right? And I hate clickbait. We never do this.
Oh, yeah, you hate it. Yeah, yeah.
Stomping ground. Battered him, mismatch.
Fucking unbelievable. This is the problem.
Yeah.
Daniel,
Well,
I've given nothing but respect to Daniel Dubois. He's a great fighter, but Usyk made it a mismatch in there because of his quality. That's it. He made it look like a mismatch. It wasn't a mismatch. Of course it wasn't. I had it 70-30 going in.
mm.
But he, after like half a round, as soon as he hit him with that jab, I thought fight's over. And that's what AJ needed to do. Take the middle of the ring, hit him straight down the pipe with a jab, right hand. You know, you just got to take his confidence away. And Usyk did that very, very quickly.
A bit of a random one. Would AJ have any interest in rematching Dubois still or not?
Always.
Yeah.
Because he lost to him. Any fighter would, you know. I mean, obviously, it doesn't make as much sense now, but it's still a great fight. I mean, Dubois, see, Dubois, you know, when Dubois lost to Usyk the first time, he was like, his career, you know, obviously like the Lorena fight, was that after or before? Before, I don't know, I can't remember. But his career was a bit like this. See, after when he's fighting Jarrell Miller, after 6 rounds, and it's like that, if he loses to Jarrell Miller, he's probably done in his career. Then he goes on a great run. So now it's quite important for him what he does next. Because he's quite vulnerable, but he's also unbelievably dangerous. He could be in some great fights. But have you got the mettle to go in to those wars, you know, and go 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds deep? I mean, he did it pretty well against Miller and Hergovich. So I'm sure he'll be back. He's a good fighter.
Um, yeah. What do you think Joshua was thinking watching that?
I
Just
spoke to him. I know what he was thinking.
like,
Can't
go
believe I lost to Dubois.
on.
But every fighter would think that. Obviously that, you know, AJ made mistakes in that fight, had a terrible start. And the one thing I said going into that fight last night, as the bell went for the first round, I said, this first round is so important. You get backed up by Dubois, you get hurt, you get buzzed, you let him get the momentum. And that's why Usyk just switched it straight away. So that's why he's unbelievable. The ability to switch up a fight at any time. That's what he does. Like, look at what he did to Fury. Backed him up in the first round, first fight. Put him on the back foot and beat him up. Fury's about 6'9", 20 stone.
Moving on to Tyson Fury, I'm sure you would have seen his quote of the day from yesterday. I will bet £1 million
Yeah,
that
good. Hey,
Paul
listen, I love it. It's giving the fight credibility. So, you know, look, you know my view on this. I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, Jake's really coming on. This could be a dangerous fight. I think AJ decapitates him. Bad. But how many people are going to want to watch that? This is So I'm not going to bastardize myself by telling you this is fight of the century. Yeah, Jake, Jake's really dangerous. I think it is a one-sided beatdown. Bad. Like dangerous. Right? But I also know it's probably the biggest fight in boxing. So, it's unbelievable to think that this fight actually could happen.
You're saying that Jake
And
Joshua
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fury.
And that's the crazy thing about it. It's a situation where I don't know if the fight's going to happen. But the more people talk about it, the more you speak to His Excellency, the more like you start to think to yourself, yeah, it really could.
We spoke to Jake Paul. He said that the fight is happening.
Well, say it is happening. I mean, he's going, yeah, the fight's happening, and we're going, all right, well, make us an offer, and very likely we'll accept it. So, but it's definitely not happening at the moment. But if he's true to his word, if it's not a PR stunt, which I actually don't think it is, because I think there's so much money involved in the fight that you know, I think he might take it.
Are you saying there's a possibility this could be Joshua's next fight
Yes.
this year?
Yeah, or very. It depends when Jake Paul wants it. If he turned around and said, "We'll do it in January or February," we'd wait. But ideally, we want to fight in November, December.
Yeah. Does it concern you that he would have been out the ring for that long,
It's not
Joshua?
ideal,
Yeah.
but he could be out of the ring for 72 years and still fight Jake Paul.
Well, I'd like to see this £1 million going in because Fury was adamant that he's going to do it. I mean,
Don't worry about the £1 million. Just agree to fight the winner.
you know about these £1 million bets, didn't you? Didn't you,
I
Eddie?
had one with Jake Paul.
Um, right, let's talk about the fucking
I've got to eat in a minute. So come on, Ara.
up
You
and
said
down.
5 minutes.
I know we've been talking, but it's been good to catch up with you. Um, what on earth is going on with this Ben Eubank? It's like it was off, then it's on, then
Nothing. Look, I mean, I don't want to hang anyone out to dry. Basically, we're all talking the two promoters. September 20th, September 27th. That's what was agreed. And then all of a sudden, no, Eubank's not going to be ready for that date. It's like, what do you mean? We've agreed. We've been having meetings arranged with venues to go and for site visits for the date. So it's again, whatever. It sounds like a miscommunication. I think Eubanks sort of clambered back and said, "Oh no, I can do it, but can we do it end of October, early November?" It'll be down to His Excellency. We have a contract to fight Chris Eubank Jr. We're not reneging. So we'll leave it to them to see what they want to do.
why did Seller and Riyadh season put that statement out about?
Because I think Turkey was pissed off
Yeah,
that we'd all been working and planning on this date. We get the venue we want, mega, and then out of nowhere, Eubank turns around and says, "Oh, I was never ready for September 20th." It's like, what are you talking about? It's 12 weeks away. Oh no, I've got this and that, and I'm in Vegas and blah blah blah. So Turkey was fuming and went, right, off you go then. We'll do something else with Conor Ben.
if you're a betting man, is it going to happen in
50
November?
50,
You're still talking.
50 50.
Are you still talking?
No, we're waiting.
Okay. To see if they can make a date?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not dead.
Turkey's the one with the deal.
Yeah.
So if he wants to do it, I mean, Eubank's turned the fight down for September 20th. So really, Turkey's fulfilled his obligations of the contract. But if Turkey wants to do it on another day, of course, we're all in. We don't renege.
Can you just give us a little like context of, say the fight doesn't happen and what Ben and Eubank would be earning? If they wasn't to take that fight, then their next best options. What is the money comparison? Are you talking about like less than 50% of what they would earn?
No, not really. I mean, it depends who they're fighting. But of course, if you're fighting I mean, if you're like Mario Barrios for the welterweight world title, you'd probably take less money, but you could come out of a world title. So, the Eubank fight's a big fight commercially, but Connor's in a great position. Everybody wants to fight him.
So do you think the fight happens? Just
50-50. I've said that about 8 times. So yeah.
what did you think of the majority draw between Pacquiao and Barrios?
I mean, fair play to Manny, obviously, but Barrios is he's like back-to-back draws. He's just,
Yeah, I think
I wish he would have fought Boots, because that would probably be one of the biggest mismatches boxing's ever seen.
How was your show on the weekend?
Really good. Obviously, good wins for Ammo, Pacheco, Amari Jones, Nishant Dev, but Bam was just unbelievable. I mean, you talk about a great in Usyk. He's 38. Bam's 25. I think they're 1 and 2, pound for pound, or if not 1 and 3. I mean, just a phenomenal fighter. And now he'll obviously fight Puma Martinez on the Ring 4 card, coming up November 22nd.
Just a quick one, just before you go on Fraser Clark and TKV. I know you're not happy about it not being Dave Allen.
Yeah, Fraser actually messaged me because I think he didn't really understand what I was saying. Like, the board put forward Fraser against Jamie TKV basically because Boxer didn't support Jamie TKV. About a month ago, Jamie TKV signed to fight Dave Allen. And what Boxer should have done was come onto us, finalised everything at the request of their client. And they didn't, because they were trying to push Fraser Clark to fight TKV, which is good for Fraser Clark, but awful for TKV. Now, TKV's saying, I still want to fight Dave Allen. I don't want to fight Fraser Clark. I've agreed to fight Dave Allen. And now it's a right mess. So what will probably, and Fraser sort of said to me, you can't be saying that, because that's my opportunity. I said, no one's taking away your opportunity. You're in for the British title. But the guy you're now mandated to fight signed a contract to fight Dave Allen. And he wants to fight Dave Allen in a bigger fight. So, but if TKV fights Dave Allen, then it'll be Sol Dakers against Fraser Clark for the British title. So, whatever. I mean, I just felt like it was just madness where TKV receives an offer. He's over the moon with it. He tells Boxer he wants to take the fight. He signs the contract, and then Boxer said, "Oh yeah, we'll speak to Matchroom," and just never got in contact with us. They just ducked us for a month so they could slip him in to fight Fraser Clark. Now, I understand they have to act in the best interest of Fraser Clark, but they're definitely not acting in the best interest of Jamie TKV. Ben's coming back to me with some ideas, whatever. We'll see.
With Dave Allen, though, what do you think? He said he's going to be fighting in October.
Yeah, he will be. And we're going to have to finalise that opponent this week. Dave, I spoke to Dave about half an hour ago. He's like, I'll fight Zhilei Zhang. I'm like, all right. And he's like, I'll fight Luis Ortiz. I'll fight blah, blah. He's like, Dave's...
What is Luis Ortiz doing now?
I don't know. He's still fighting. But I think Dave wants a big fight. I think Dave's worry is that he has a fight that he doesn't get up for and he underperforms. So, yeah, we'll see.
It's a possibility, to be fair, like all respect to Dave Allen. But yeah, if he's not up for it, there could be a case of that, what you just said.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Right, gotta go. On we go, mate. On we go.
Hang on a minute. You've got no UK show coming up in August, have you now?
We might do. We got, as I said, we got Ray Ford in Riyadh, August 16th. We've got Australia, 23rd of August, and then obviously Newcastle, which will be announced shortly. So watch this space.
Very last question. Do you think that Joseph Parker should fight Usyk next, or vice versa?
Yeah, I think Joseph Parker deserves his shot. So, I hope he gets it. But Usyk is the man. Can do whatever he wants to do.
Eddie Hearn, thank you very much for nearly what? How long?
Okay, you said 5 minutes. Unbelievable. I'm going.
Gosh.